Good morning, beauties, and welcome back to my channel, A Fit Life Center, where I help you learn small goals and techniques to help you create a life that's fit for you. I hope that you are enjoying the content on this channel. And if you are, please consider sharing it, liking it by hitting that little like button down at the bottom somewhere, and subscribing to the channel. I have this goal to grow this channel at least to 200 subscribers by September 1st. So we're going to see what happens, but you can do your part in helping by sharing this with whomever you think that this might be beneficial. If you are new to this channel, I should introduce myself. My name is Sharon. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I have been providing therapy for people for over 15 years now. I assist them with learning coping strategies to help with things like anxiety, depression, stress. I have also specialized in treating trauma. But what I am moving toward and what I've noticed is all of us, especially Black women, we don't know how to champion ourselves. We don't know how to start the process of creating a life that's fit for us. We struggle with maybe setting boundaries. We struggle with putting ourselves first. That's a big one that we struggle with, which is putting ourselves first. So, on this channel, I teach you ways of being able to start that process. That's why everything, you can find me everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, on a Fit Life Center, because I want to create or assist people in creating a life that's fit for them. So, if you've been following me, I'm back in Arizona. It's a beautiful day for Arizona because it's overcast today. It started raining about 5 o'clock this morning, which means it's much cooler. It isn't even 100 degrees today. And believe me and a whole lot of other people are loving that today, right? Which means I get to go outside and maybe take a little bit of a walk because it's not so hot. Now you know why I love Seattle, because I was able to be outside every day. Here in Arizona, I have to do indoor physical activities because at some point it's just too hot for that nonsense. All right, so let's get started. So today I wanted to teach you something called SMART skills. SMART is an acronym for how to set goals for yourself. So we're going to go over that acronym today. And then in this description box below, I am going to place a link to where you can go to print out like a PDF file for the skills that I'm going to be talking about today. So the acronym SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. You'll see me looking down because I have notes down here. I'm on my laptop today, so I'm trying making this video on my laptop, trying to simplify things, and it helps me move around, right? We got to get used to moving around because I'm going to be moving around the world. So the S stands for specific. Specific means when we set a goal, we need to be specific regarding what we want, right? Sometimes we set this broad goal. For instance, create a life fit for you is a very broad goal, but we need to specify that. What would you need in order to create a life fit for you? The first thing might be something like, I need to schedule quiet time for me at least 3 times a week. You see how specific I'm getting? You could even get more specific. What is quiet time? Quiet time would be, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to take a walk alone. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and sit outside on my patio. right? So specific. The goal should include the following questions like who, what, where, and when, right? Right? Who's going to be doing it? What are you going to be doing it? Where are you going to be doing it? And when, right? We're going to get into that when a little bit more. We're also going to make the goal measurable. That's the M, right? Measurable, you have to identify the outcome. Did you do it or not? Were you able to create quiet time for yourself 3 times a week, right? Because that's going to let you know whether that goal was really doable for you and to think about maybe what got in the way of making that goal doable for you. It gives you concrete information. So if I set a goal to have quiet time 3 nights a week, it could have been that the times that I picked didn't really work for my schedule. For me, I work certain nights until about 7 o'clock at night. That's probably not going to be the night where I'm going to do some extra activity because at that point I'm just tired. I want to eat and go to sleep, right? So I could look and say I was unsuccessful. I didn't meet my goal, and then kind of do an overview of what might have happened, right? And then I can make adjustments to that goal so that I can try it again and possibly be more successful. Or maybe I realized that wasn't quite the goal that I needed and I can adjust it that way. You want to make the goal attainable, right? You want yourself to be successful about the goal that you create, right? Because if you feel successful, if it feels like you can do it, the chances are you are going to do it and you're going to want to do more of it, right? So it needs to be realistic, it needs to be in reach, it needs to be doable for your schedule, right? So that the effort, the time, maybe even if it costs you something, it needs to be something that you could actually afford. Usually, that's why when you hear me set goals, I usually start with things that don't cost anything or cost very little. Because if it comes a time when you can't afford that, then you're going to let that goal go. So again, it needs to be attainable. Is it reasonable for you to do that? People take on exercise, for instance, all the time, right? And they start off, I'm going to walk 5 miles a day, and they haven't even walked 50 feet. It's probably not attainable. You might want to start off with, instead of giving mileage, I'm going to walk 10 minutes a day. It doesn't matter how long you walk. Your goal is that you're going to walk 10 minutes. That might be 5 minutes going forward, and the other five, you're coming back to your house. But if you're doing that, you become consistent, and that goal is more attainable. It should be relevant. Does that goal matter to you? Not other people. Does it matter to you? Do you find it relevant for your life? How would you know it was relevant? Because something about that goal is going to make your life more fit for you. That's how you're going to know. If I'm going to walk 10 minutes a day, the reason I'm going to walk is because it's going to be relaxing to me. I enjoy getting outside in the fresh air. It has health benefits for me. That would make it relevant to me. You have to determine what would be relevant for you and make sure that the goals that you're setting for yourself work for your life. Time bound, that's the T in the SMART, right? Giving yourself a deadline. We've all done this, right? We set some general goal that's out there in the ether. It has no deadline attached to it. And what we tend to find is that it doesn't get done. So the timeline looks like this. I'm going to start walking 10 minutes a day on Friday. And I'm going to do that 3 times a week. in 30 days, I'm going to have walked 3 times for 4 weeks. That means by the end of the month, I should have walked 12 times, 10 minutes. And now you're going to know if you achieved that goal or not. So that is what a SMART goal looks like. And you can see they're very small, right? They're small goals. So you're going to be S is for specific, the M is for measurable, the A is for attainable, the R is for relevant, and the T is for time bound. S, make it specific to you. What do you want? Measurable. How long are you doing it? Who's going to do it? When are you going to do it? Where are you going to do it? Attainable, it has to be realistic. It has to fit into your life for you, not other people, but for you. It has to be relevant. There has to be a reason why you want to do it. And time bound, give yourself a deadline so that you know when you're going to begin it, the end of it, and did you attain it. I hope you found SMART goals, this simple skill. I hope you found it helpful for you. This is what I use in my life to try to attain the things I want, right? It wouldn't make me a very good teacher if I didn't practice the skills. Sometimes I don't do so well. It's all right. It means you live to try again and you keep tweaking them until you find the right fit for you. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. See you later.